recognize his name. Where, I haven't. And secondly, I think the best thing, and if I have been streaming, it's very little, and usually not very long. Most people get bored of very, very quickly. I have nothing better to do. So what I'm going to say is, I'm sorry for not streaming as much as I used to, and I do wish to say that I did get a lot of new stuff done when I was playing offline, or off camera. That's a hello, Venom. And, I hope you all could, forgive me for not streaming as much. Mostly, I've been kind of on my wanting to be alone state recently. And if I am not alone, I'm usually with like Venom or Nikki or Sploosh, which if you guys want to see what's been going on, you'd have to talk with them, because we've been playing new games. I actually got 3 new games in the past few days, which only really 2 of you saw. Yeah, it's been bored hours, but recently my dad got me payday, so I to do with my time, 70% of the times. And also, buddy, I don't know how to fix that. Honestly, at this point, I can't fix it. If someone else banned you, I can't help you. I cannot unban because I don't have a PC. Because apparently that's the only way to do it. So, I have this problem on a couple of my other accounts. People who keep banning anybody on my channel, you're about to lose your moderator, because at this point I'm getting sick of having to try to fix this and I don't know how. So, since we're already in the situation of I can't unban, I'm sorry for the inconvenience and I can't really do much to fix it. As for everything else, I actually pretty much completed all of the challenges to get all the characters you can free time, which means I officially have, who is it, Zane, which I really can't do anything. Your name doesn't show up is what I'm getting at. I can't see your name. If you want me to fix that, that's not my problem at this point. I can't see your name. Anyway, so essentially, I did get the Barrett 50 cal, and I actually already got it with thermite rounds, which I'm going to try to use, because apparently explosives suck on the mode I've been playing. I used one with a thermal, and then the other one that I have, which is going to be this one right here, when I get it, is going to have the varied zoom scope, which should be in the next couple games, but I really do want to get it, so for right now, I'm just making it look as bare as possible without using the brake. What is it? The tank brake is what they call it. But I do want to point out that I'm still really rusty at this game, but I have 2 class setups with a sniper that have a crossbow, only one of them having explosive bolts, because one of them is meant to be like a full stealth class, and the other one not so much. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change one of those classes, because I can't remember which one this one was. I mean, they might actually, they both have explosive bolts. Okay, my bad. So I'm going to actually end up using this one with a different gun completely, probably some, not semi-auto, preferably. Not a shotgun, because I use this way too much. I did find out that I am okay with the Uzi, so I might start using the micro Uzi some more, because I do really want to get the special mags that they have on these, which I noticed are going to be a lot. Okay, so any barrel, so I can literally use any barrel. And it says the wood stock, which is this. I'm going to start using this so I can get some of the barrel stuff out of the way, but I still need to get the mags, which are these, which I need to get hip-fire kills with the 50 rounders, which I don't have, unfortunately. But I have an idea on what I'm going to end up doing a lot of these days. I'm probably going to end up working on some stuff. And just so everyone's aware, soon, I'm going to be making essentially full suits of power armor out of real-time equipment. So like plastic and wood, essentially, is what we have idealed. The one thing that might be troublesome with this is that I'm debating on if I should stream on it. So if you guys make videos based on my progress with it. So if you guys want, I will make videos showing you what we're doing to make one chassis and several forms of power armors with paint jobs included. And on top of that, we're also going to be making a power armor station. And this is all like completely DIY, whatever we can make it out of, which we are going to go to stores and do stuff, which I'm not going to show. But I'll show you stuff after stores if we decide to do that, because my dad's going to be doing it too. We're both making ourselves separate chassis and separate power armors, and we're even going to make custom ones. But we were debating on if we wanted to do one power armor per each game, as in from one of the first few Fallouts to where we're at now as of 76, which would include New Vegas and some of the other ones. But I just wanted to see if you guys would want to see that kind of stuff, because there are things we have in mind, but we don't have a lot of ideas to do it. And if you guys have something you want me to put in specifically with what I'm going to be doing with my custom art, actually Draconic, so I intend to go back to my nerd state and start doing something in a Draconic fashion, meaning my power is going to be based on a dragon type based creature, and I'm going to write something in it in Draconic. So something PG would be preferred if you're going to suggest something Draconic, and maybe even something mystical, like something with demonology, or even just give me some creepy text or some sort of thing that makes it sound ancient. I'm not going to go for a stone look on it, but I am going to go for something preferably dragon related, because you know me guys, I'm all about dragons. But besides that, I haven't played Call of Duty recently, and I really have no way to thoroughly deal with it. And yeah, it's just kind of one of the moments where I'm in a state of I just don't want to stream all that much, so these streams are going to be very little again. And on top of that, I really haven't been feeling streaming due to the whole housing thing. Since we've been moving for the past couple of days / weeks. I've been tired, but I'm still having a good time playing the games with my buddies, because this guy was a jerk. Just parks his APC in the middle of the field. Just so everyone's aware, those are the thermite rounds that I'm going to be using. I still have only the basic mags for them, essentially, but there's really no other mags besides that. But I do intend to be, like, full-on sniper with these things. And just so everyone's aware, when and if Venom decides to come and play every here and there, we're going to go all out, like, full-on, like, tactical AF kind of militorial kind of base things. But we're not going to be chaotic with our methods. We're just going to be plain and simple, watch your right, watch your left, 6 o'clock, stuff like that. And it may or may not be proven useful, and it may or may not sound cool. Either way, we're going to do it eventually, not at the current moment, because we're doing other things on other games. Oh, that's a friendly helicopter. Ooh, okay, I messed up a little bit. And that was an RPG. But, like I said, if you guys want to see more content on the whole Fallout thing, that's going to be coming up soon. So if you guys want to know what it will be like, okay, so that was a friendly. It just looked like an enemy because it wasn't showing, and I got shot from behind? No. So you're telling me this guy's going to go and camp up there? That is deeply depressing, considering that overlooks my building here now. I'm not letting him live. Where is he? Where's this boy at? This boy ain't even up there anymore, it looks like. But yeah, this is the Barrett 50 cal, ladies and gentlemen. Called it. They're behind us still, aren't they? See, go ahead, pop your head out. Oh, don't want to pop your head up? Okay, cool. I hear them shooting, but I can't tell where they're shooting from. And they should not be holding all the flags. What are my team doing? Yeah, you're not living after that one. Okay, so those are not, that was not an enemy. Okay, that's not an enemy either. This is actually my best game on this one. Well, actually, it's about the same. Yeah, nah, fam. Unlike my one teammate you killed and the other guy, I'm at least spatially aware. Okay, they're a little bit farther than I anticipated. No, why camp? Why camp there? It is so unnecessary to camp on a building if you have a full auto. If you have to, ladies and gentlemen, if you have to camp on a building with a full auto like that, like, I can understand that's a hard shot to hit, but if you have to camp like that, you really need to just use a sniper, please. I'd much prefer you use a marksman rifle than a full auto weapon on a semi-auto. It makes me disappointed in the human race because that's what they have to do. Like, I'm more disappointed in the man that has to use a semi-auto AK than my teammates having a lack of any sort of spatial awareness. Are you not an enemy? Or are you an enemy? You are not. Okay, I'm taking fire from somewhere and I can't tell where. I think I have an idea, yep. That's not a person. Really? Ladies and gentlemen, people who do that make me disappointed, especially with the whole, like, I see people do it all the time. It makes me sad. If you're gonna camp, do it right. Like, I have an SMG as my secondary because I want to level this thing up. Secondly, this thing is also being leveled up, and I'm using this more than I am my secondary. What does that say to you? That says I probably have more balls than most people who play this game, because a lot of people will say that using an M4 at any distance takes skill. A sniper takes more skill than anything, if you look at it realistically. Because realistically speaking, using a sniper at the range that I'm using it at this current moment is way farther than people will realize right away. See, this man's just camping here with an iron-sighted weapon. There's no skill in that, especially when... Since when has camping had skill besides snipers? Snipers are probably the only thing that actually have skill that require them to stay still. Like, I'm probably more disappointed that most people run for more than 2 seconds position than the person who can barely even, you know, move and still hit 70% more shots. Because I notice every time I've... These... If you're gonna use something that can be camped with, you might as well be using a sniper. Here's the difference between your loadout and mine. Your loadout, mine. This is one meant to just screw up with enemies. Most of these are meant to just mess with people. But if you're gonna camp like that, you have no actual skill. You just say you do so you can feel better. Because I've always noticed that people who camp tend to hit the least amount of shots and tend to be the worst at 70% of all things, usually. See, I could barely even move, and they can't even hit their shots. If I can hit more shots while moving, you could probably hit just about the same amount of shots while sitting still. In a corner, looking in one direction. Like, there's no justification to camping, unless you're a sniper. That's the one justification. That is the one and only justification on what camping should be, is snipers. And it makes me sad that most people don't see that. They don't see it in that form. They say camping is the dominant way. Or if someone doesn't say it that way, they made it in one way or another. Either way, it's just disappointing to see that someone who uses such a good gun tends to make it look really bad. Gives it a bad reputation. I don't trust this one's ours. It's ours. Don't know why they put it several floors below. Just so everyone's aware, yes, I keep a non-burst Renetti because I'm not weak. I'm just kidding. Burst Renettis are nice, but I don't use them often. Holy crap. The only reason I'd use a burst Renetti is something that 70% of people might understand and might not understand. Burst Renettis are not good at range. Even with their recoil patterns, it's not that great at range. A 9mm really isn't just that good at range. Compared to like a 5.56, 7.62 NATO or something, like, it's not that good. So if you're gonna use something at a long range, not a pistol. Like, even the 44 Magnum or 357 isn't that good at range, but they do high amounts of damage. But I'm just... These are those people that I want to see suffer in a game, because they kind of deserve it after, you know, the first 2 seconds of them camping. Like you see, we got a nice little sniper group here, and most of them are even using marksman rifles. Marksman rifles and semi-autos, those are my few exceptions on what you should and should not camp with. Like, look at me, I'm already right next to D, which is held by the bad guys. I don't even know if I got him. Nope, I didn't. Someone else did. That was a kill. And if you look at my methods and say I camp, I wait around a corner until I know you're not coming this way, is the more realistic way to say it for me. I've never camped unless I'm a sniper. Camping is my only exception. Like, snipering is my only camp exception. Like, if you're gonna camp, camp right. Use a sniper. See? I wasn't even paying attention, and he hit significantly less shots. But most people will sit in a corner until they can kill you, because they don't know what else to do. So when I see a camper, I say a person who's more afraid of running at the person with a better gun than the person who is using a gun that has little to no bullets compared to them. Like, I would much prefer people camping with marksman rifles than with a full auto put on semi, because it makes me sad to see people waste such potential of weapon. See? And the guy with a semi-auto did better than the guy with a full auto. What does that say? What is the difference here that I'm missing? What am I getting at here is, don't camp. It's such a sad method. Grow a pair. Run out there towards your enemy. You have a bigger gun than they do, probably, and if you don't, you probably have a faster fight-rated weapon. Get out there and beat the crap out of them. It's not that hard. And I'm also fine with the whole iron sight people. I understand their methods with iron sights, but... Jesus! I spawned in and I had a lag spike so great yeah, I can't move. Without having a bullet lodged in my brain. Excuse me? Okay, so there's some guys over here for sure. Let's see how many shots they can hit if I walk up on them with a throwing knife. You see? Ah, this guy's using a Garu. The exact same gun I'm using with completely different attachments. Technically, I'm not going to hit many shots because I have damage range and then damage range lowered like crazy. This is the only thing that probably has more range than most of my gun. Like most of my guns. And even then, I'm still in a screwed state of what am I going to do. But I'll still probably hit more shots than they will. If I'm able to take more bullets and still walk up to you and be like, yeah, look what I have. I'm sorry, but what are you doing with your time? I saw a Joker. I don't see a cruise missile. Where's that from? Okay, admittedly, I like the idea of his gun. I just hate the fact that he has to be right next to our spawn with it. Because that was directly near our spawn. That's one of my disappointed moments. If you're gonna use a gun with Varitum, be on a rooftop. Several rolls of a sniper. Your baby awesome. How much does it cost? I don't know. That's something you'll have to ask my mom. All I know is that one of them, you'd have to change their thing every week, and they have hay to eat, and I guess they kind of stay on that. You have to have towels for them. So you have to have towels, a cage, big enough for them to run around and everything, a hidey hole, hay, lots of it, mind you. Even for just one, it's a lot, but that we have 4. And the little water thing that you use for like hamsters and stuff, and actual like treats, because they they like treats. And it also depends on what kind of guinea pig you get, because all of 4 of those ones are all adorable, yes, but they're expensive because they're hybrids between hamsters and I don't even know what the other one was again, but they're cute. You have 2 rats. I mean, I used to have rats, but then they ended up dying after a while. I'm not emotionally attached to that, but I'm not emotionally attached like I am to Chihuahuas. If anyone has seen my streams on Ark, you immediately will understand the joke. And if you don't understand the joke here is, the joke is that Jaboas in that game are like little foxes. They're really cute, they're really small, and they're really, really cute. But I'm emotionally attached to something like that than I am to a rat, which, don't get me wrong, some rats are cute, but not all. Like, I said the same thing to Nikki. If we're having spiders, those stay away from me unless I say I want to hold it. Which maybe never, because I'm an arachnophobe. He showed me some pictures of spiders, which were really cute, and I'm not afraid of, like, the Lucas the spider thing, if you guys have seen that, which, absolutely adorable. But that's different. That's something else completely compared to what I'm talking about. I'm an actual arachnophobe. So a gerber and a hamster? No, a skinny pig, which is a guinea pig, not a gerber. A guinea pig and something else that's naked, preferably. It's literally, you can literally call it you can call it a hippo if you wanted to. My Discord, it got deleted because I had no use for it at this point, since no one texted me on it when I said, hey, if you have questions, text me. Or, hey, if you need to get a hold of me, text me. Just never texted, so I got rid of it. So at this point, it's not. Because I never use it. I think that's kind of fair to say when I never use it. Never. I had no reason to use it because no one was texting me on it. I had no reason to have it on. I don't need something that's gonna waste my time, if that makes better sense. I'm not gonna waste storage so you guys I send a lot of demon chicken. I don't want your demon chicken, though. What I'm getting at here is I don't really pay attention to my Discord because no one texts me on Discord. You want me to get Discord back? Promise me you'll text me. Don't just leave it there. Yeah, I remember the chicken. Do I care for the chicken? Absolutely not. I really don't care for that chicken. But that's what I'm getting at. You only ever send demon chickens. There's a little more than demon chickens I'm interested in. Send me, like, demonology, questions about paranormal stuff, zombie apocalypse even. Till then, it's staying deleted because I really have no storage. I really like the look of that. Like I said, I only really use Discord to keep in track with you guys, but most of you don't even use it, and 70% of the time I'm on Snapchat. You know, me? Get Snapchat. Because that's about the only way you're going to get to me at this point, because I'm not re-downloading Discord. Because it was so dumb, and the things you would do are dumb, and I love it. I love dumb things, but eventually it gets repetitive, so continuously having a demon chicken is not really comedy. Eventually it gets bland. Like for me, I mix it up. If I'm going to tell a Hitler joke, I'm going to make a funny one, or I'll make one off the spot if I need to. If I'm going to make a joke about a game that's messed up, I'm going to think of something funny to do with it, like barrels are nice toys because they have good penetration. That's an old joke, and it's still pretty funny because I don't do it. Shark was pretty mundane. Shark wasn't all that great. It was funny at first, and then Comedy is something you can't force. You have to have comedic purpose to it. So it has to be like, oh man, using a Desert Eagle? Must like to one dig, but you can't hit a shot to save your life, so how am I supposed to know what you're hitting? Probably hitting another orphanage. That implies I've just hit more than one orphanage, meaning it's a messed up joke. The orphanage jokes in general, we've told, they're messed up, but they're funny. Like, some kid's not gonna get offended, hopefully. They'll probably just laugh and be like, man, that's true. So the point I'm trying to get at here is, if we're just having repetitive jokes, I'm not really gonna use it anyway. Like, why do I have it? That's kind of where I'm getting at here. I don't have it because I don't use it. Hey, I never play again. Okay? Что? Because my brother has his PS4. What? Hang on. I'm not understanding what you're saying because you're saying it so brokenly. Repeat it in a way that I'll understand. You mean to say that your PS4 took his PS4 and you guys shared that PS4? Is that where you were trying to get at? Because you were not explaining it correctly. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what you just said, and I can't understand dum-dum sometimes. Who the frick is Jackum Clean? Who the frick is this? What are you playing? Absolutely nothing, and he's one of my friends. Let's see what he wants. Yes, Jack? Okay. Okay, double stuffed. I got you, fam. Wait, what, huh? Oh, What do you need me to get on Fallout 4? Oh yeah. Alright, give me a little bit here because I'm streaming. I wasn't expecting to have to switch games. Give me like 5 minutes. You want to see gameplay of what? Of my Fallout double? Okay, double. Give me like, I don't know, 10 minutes to figure out what we're gonna do on Fallout, and then I'll start a stream based on what we're doing. As long as you're okay with that, Jack. You okay with me streaming on Fallout with y'all? Okay. Then, depending on what we're gonna be doing in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, I'll see. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end my stream for the time being. I'll stream on Fallout whenever I feel ready. And then, we'll go from there, because I do have some new stuff I have used on there, and I do have a couple of newer weapons. I may or may not have changed a bunch of stuff, and I might also try to get more Ultrasight today, because I need Ultrasight for Ultrasight armor. So. Okay. So I will see you all later, ladies and gentlemen.